about 2 weeks before the show, our first show, which is March 23rd, and I'm sick. Right, Charity? Hey, it's only about 2 days before we're about to leave for Fort St. John, and we're kind of scrambling because we've decided to make a bunch of new changes nearing the end of the piece, just because we wanted to always improve our show and feel good about it while we're doing the 75 shows, and while we're doing, or when we do it. Anyways, the last week I was really sick, and so I was out of commission for a long time, and now we're just piecing everything together because we were able to do some video shooting and editing and photos and all that stuff all last minute. So as usual. Now we're trying to figure out a way to actually complete this sooner, but it never seems to work out. Like, all these ideas come right at the end. I guess that just seems to be the process. So we're here at home trying to do some last minute rehearsals, but I think it's all gonna come together like duct tape. Duct tape theater. That's what we call ourselves.
I actually don't believe it if it's process or disorganization.
It's process. It's process.
Okay.
Well, if you ever consider it for the next year, and you have my info and stuff, and we do the same stay, and we're all taken care of, and we can assemble how to make your own.
Don't call me when the toaster won't pop up. Don't call me just to cut your lawn. Don't call me when the radio cuts off in the middle of your favorite song. Don't call me when the shower just went. No, baby, don't call me. I think I told you this about 1,000,000 times. You know what's not my cup of tea.
And last question to my dear Sarge. Is Strude actually real? Good question. Strude is not a real person, but she's inspired by a lot of people that I've met in my past. And Strude is actually my inner clown. It may sound a little weird, but your principal? Yeah, well, kind of like that, you know when you're really silly? That time when you're like, you don't even know what's going on, but you're like, you know, and you're like, where did that come from? Well, you know what? I put that in this Strude, and I put costume on her, put glasses on her, and that's her, that's me inside, that's me, who I am. So I'm not like all cool and hip hop, I'm actually quirky and weird. That's why I do the show. So I hope you guys, I had a really great time. You guys were a fantastic audience. And did you guys have a good time?
Don't call me when your car just won't go into second gear, or when your kitchen sink is shooting water in your.
And what she just challenged you to do today is to do exactly the same thing we kind of talked about at Assembly. How can I be a ripple in my family, in my community, and in the world for kindness and goodness? So that is a challenge to all of you. Now, your Mrs. G only sings in the hallways. You're not going to get any rap out of me because that is just not me. But I had a brilliant thought. How many of you think we need a set of those balls for DPA to share between classes? All right, here's the challenge. Get me letters to take to pack, and we'll get a set of those balls so we can all try that juggling.
Yay!
Okay? All right. assembly before the break. Go out, be a good ripple this week for the rest of it. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See you later.
So I just arrived from the airport. Actually, I took a shower, and I just have to say how excited I am right now, or I just have such warm feelings inside from the past 4 days when we were in Fort St. John. We touched so many lives. A lot of kids came up to us bright-eyed and just wanting to know more about all the things that we were doing. And I can't express how great that feels. And I just wanted to document that thought, that feeling, and remember that this is something that we were doing not for ourselves, but really for changing the world. And that's what we tell them during the question and answer period. And I'm so glad that it's reflective. We're doing that for them, and they're going to be able to do it for everybody else. And like one of the teachers from one of the schools says, we're a ripple, like everybody out there. So, yeah, feel good.